East-West gateways, or as our friends on the other side of the Pacific will say, 西方东方的贸易关系, trade policy, essentially what you're looking at. Now, this is me about 21 years ago, and little did I know that what I was doing back then had so much to do with what I would be doing today. Now, that's Vancouver Harbor, and I'm a Vancouverite, so a little bit guilty in this charge. And those are boats. All those boats are going off to China. And China, British Columbia, Western Canada, resource economy. This is what I study. Now, unfortunately, when you're dealing with something like policy, you don't have the luxury of being objective. It's really a mismatch between advocacy, analysis, and strategy on some level or another. And I'm very lucky in terms of having been from what I'm studying. I'm studying Vancouver, I'm studying Western Canada, I'm studying our economy and how it can better integrate into the world economy. Now, sustainability, green issues are very important. The problem is, when we're talking about this on a policy level, is that 80% of British Columbia's economy is directly attached to mining, lumber exploitation, oil sands. This is an empirical fact. Now the question is, how can we better diversify to build a sort of a better export platform, whether this is through value-added goods, in the Vancouver context, to access the Asian market. Now this year we've seen huge shifts in the global distribution of trade. For the first year in Canadian and British Columbia's history, we've exported more wood to Asia than we have to our cousins to the south. Shifting trade patterns. Now, what kind of infrastructure is required for that? We're looking at a complete rezoning of the Vancouver Port Authority, and also the industrial lands in the Lower Mainland region. How can we maintain food security as well as sort of transportation corridors? The agricultural land reserve reform is very controversial, but this is, again, it comes to the nature of policy, where policy meets business, and business meets people and communities, and also social licenses. Now, how can you build a more sustainable economy while utilizing resources to do so? And it's inherently paradoxical in terms of what you've got. Now, what I study is how can we better build a better platform? How can we, make more use out of the basic commodities, whether iron or gold, coal, metallurgical coal, and sort of, invest it in ourselves to build a better economy that is more sustainable. It's an ugly question. It's a question that nobody really wants to talk about, but it's the question that defines us. Thank you.